Yo, what is up, guys? As you can hear by my voice, I am currently a little bit sick. I've been sick for the past week or so, and I've had a bunch of videos scheduled, but I'm starting to run out, man. It's bad, and I've been uploading daily for over 2 years in a row, and just because I'm sick, dude, that's not gonna stop the streak. Come on now. But for the sake of getting better still, I am gonna call in sick to work, aka YouTube. So I've hired a substitute YouTuber, aka Tilted, who is gonna show you guys some top tier DFA gameplay. He's a tight friend of mine and an insanely good player, so go check out his channel. I'll link it in the description below. Anyway, boys, I'm gonna head back to bed so that I can hopefully get well again soon. Enjoy the video.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be playing a BO3 versus Zerk with DFA versus DFA. So let's get right into it, shall we? Alright, so of course we're going to be probably starting off with a normal farm spot, which is here for me, but you know, you can farm anywhere because it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think we're going to be playing this quite... Actually, I might play this aggressively, because playing aggressively is kind of fun, even though it can be pretty imprecise. Though I guess it is more fun than not. By the way, you actually don't want to spike on with DFA on maps where you can actually save the leaks, because otherwise the spike just leaks something that you could otherwise save. Though yeah, the reason we're going for this spot is because it kind of stalls the rounds, which allows us to kind of send more balloons, because of course, you know, you get eco from balloons every 6 seconds, so the longer the rounds are, the better it will be for us. But, you know, for a farm user, longer rounds don't mean anything because you get a set amount of bananas per round while there's no set amount of eco. Anyway, so of course, let's get the power of the dart here because we don't want to get layered on too badly. So we're only going to send about 290 because that way we can afford our trip. And yeah, our second trip is in. Okay, we might have oversent here, but that's fine. Yeah, just one more banana and or the eco boost will be fine. And now we send blues from here. So we kind of want to force the second triple dart. We're not really sending much for eco, which can be sending for leaks kind of. That's why I'm not sending consistent sets. Okay, he wants to go for high eco as well. We're only going to eco to about 350 in blues because that kind of works out well in terms of how round 6 then plays out. So there we go, we've got 350 on the dot. Okay, so I think we're actually up in lives versus him because he used the spike and we of course didn't. And the spike is worth 20 lives. Anyway, so let's send him a bit. He's actually brought that up way too early. Yeah, he's got up his dart way too early there, as in his third. Yeah, he shouldn't be sending in between, you know, this in between round there, between like 6 and 7, because as you see, none of us get bananas, and it's hard to justify. But here, I was kind of sending to the end of it because I can actually, you know, then join up with round 7 bananas that we get from there. Here, I think we're just gonna go for a spot. I don't really see the reason why not to. I don't really agree with people sending at the end of round 7 because, I don't know, I feel like it's just better to send yellows, as I'm out to demonstrate here, because we can actually force more defense with this, because we're not going to stop as soon as he gets the spot up. We're actually going to keep on sending until he gets up more defense and or just leaks a bunch of lives. So there we go, he has the 2 spots. Just kind of from experience, I believe that he's going to be sending us. Some yellows have come round 9. Okay, he just farms, that's fine as well. Okay, I don't agree with this. Because if we are going to survive this. But he's not going to enjoy round 11 because of this. He's used a lot of money around 9. The thing with DFA is you need to kind of think about how your actions, or the consequences of the actions, of course. What will, you know, sending around 9 do as opposed to, you know, just farming. Because here we're going to have a monetary lead on him. Yeah, he has now a life lead, but he should be just boosting, or he should just boost to this, in all likelihood. Yeah, he's going to boost. Or he's going to die. Or just leak a bunch. Okay, he leaks a bunch, because he also spiked that as well. So we are, again, up in lives versus him, because we have, you know, plus 60 extra, so about 40 lives up on him with 2 sets of spikes. I'm just going to do this to preserve a bit of lives. He's white spamming very hard. I don't think we're gonna farm here. I think we just honestly kind of force this boost. He's probably insta boost? No, he doesn't insta boost. So we're just gonna do this, and now he's dead if he doesn't boost. I think. Yeah, there he goes with the boost. I think we're playing this a bit better than him because we are up on boosts, of course. Here we're just gonna boost because he's used a lot of money on that rush, and he's not gonna be happy around 15. He might actually need to sell his farm for this. Otherwise he's gonna die if he doesn't do something here. Yeah, he just boosts. Okay, so that's his last and final boost gone. Okay. This has turned out to be a very aggressive game, but we're actually going to conserve our balloon boost here. We will just defend this. Okay, so he goes for an ODS, that's fine. And he dies. Okay, because he oversent. So that is 1-0 to us. The losing map that he has selected was Battle Sand. So let's get the Battle Sand. And on this map it's very, very weird to play. Very, very weird. Because it's super easy to go into Drain here, because Dart defends very inefficiently. Anyway, I actually do have a specific start here that I remember like kind of practicing. Let's see if I can actually remember exactly what it is. It's to do like another spike, because it's actually very hard to use spikes effectively on this map. So if you can burn them early, that means you just save lives. While on our side, you can always just chuck them in the back, you know, and you know, you have some extra lives right there. But since this is a two-way map, it doesn't work so simply. I think we spike around there, and that kind of works out as us saving up a bunch of lives. Here we're going to set this to last to kind of clean up a little bit. And I don't think I'm actually going to send reds here. I know it's very common to, yeah, and he will as well. But I'm actually not going to send reds because I think I'm going to go for blues. As in, yeah, you know, an option that you can go with DFA is rather than sending reds around 3, you can go straight into blues and therefore send more blues, which kind of works out better as a rush. And again, since Dart works, you know, Dart defends very inefficiently on this map, I think it's good to cause life leaks. So we're going to send to 280 in blues and around 288 in pinks. He's actually defending this pretty well. I've never seen the spots that he's using, which is certainly a bit weird to me. Oh, and he gets up his second dart even. We're of course not going to, unless he tries to force it with blues or something. I think I oversent here, yeah, because I should have got the farm with the. I think I should have got the farm up to 36 seconds there, but I didn't. So I actually had to wait for the banana there. But we, okay, so he has around 300 eco, so he's 12 eco up on us, but then we have, you know, maybe 500 monkey money up on him. And early game, that's quite impactful. You know, late game, 500 monkey money doesn't really mean much, or $500. But early game, it really does kind of dictate the course of how the game's going to be played. I'm going to set this to strong because I think that defends black's a bit better. And if he sends you around 7, which can go straight for a spot, I've got no real qualms with that. Make sure he sends a bit. And I'm just going to go straight for that. As I said, I've got no issues with doing so. Now here we will actually send him a little bit because I don't want him to get away with greeding. Okay, but I don't know, I didn't have much money to send. Maybe I misplayed this there. Yeah, I think I did misplay that. I should have just waited for round 8. Okay, that's a bit of a shame, but we will move on. Okay, this is greedy actually. I think we can probably get a little bit out of him here. Because we have, you know, Dance to sell. He should just boost, I think. Okay, he's going to leak a lot of lives, which is actually probably... Oh, and he's dead. But yeah, that was very, very greedy of him to actually farm round 9, considering he didn't have money for the proper defense. So yeah, now we're on Dread Balloon. Aggro is still a very prominent way of playing this, though I guess I get to try and show you guys a different way of playing DFA, because, you know, the last 2 games I've shown you kind of a very aggressive style. So here I guess I'm going to try and go for a bit more of a passive, maybe around 20 factory, maybe a BIA. you don't actually want to play to a script, but you want to kind of know, you know, what kind of early game will result in what kind of late game kind of. I don't know, I think it might sound like waffle, but basically, you know, you want to know if you go 300 eco star, for example, how that's going to affect your likelihood of, say, getting a BA around 14, 15, and so on and so forth. But yeah, here I said I will try and play a bit more of a farm-focused style, because maybe, hopefully, we can get some late game in here, and whatnot. Though if I do see him doing some, like, dumb greeds, I will, of course, punish that, because not punishing that's, like, I don't know, it's just not good, of course. Here, the bog standard way of... Okay, he's actually going very high eco on this. Okay, this is... Actually, BI versus this will be fine. He's played this very weirdly. I'm not going to oversend here. Yeah, this might actually be an undersend. But I'd rather an undersend than an oversend. The round's actually stalled though, which is not amazing. Okay, so we get the farm instantly. He might have to wait for a banana, or he might get it for 48 seconds. Okay, so he just gets it from the eco. We're up a little bit on him, but I said we don't actually want to go too heavy into the, you know, balloon spam. We're going to try farm focus here. So, of course, we send greens, because greens is just a very good way of forcing, you know, defense, forcing leaks, and we should have more money than him due to getting the farm earlier. So, of course, we can actually send more than him. I don't know why he's trying to send so much here. Kind of set this to first, target micro this a little bit. Okay, now if he sends here, we can go for a spot probably. Because I said we do want to farm focus, but yeah, look how much he's leaked. Just due to misplaying that round. He tried to send as much as I did while having less money, which of course resulted in worse defense and whatnot. But yeah, we're just going to get this up, kind of preserve lives, keep this a high farm game. Because the thing with eco, you can kind of deny it with the way I'm playing now. And as much as I would love to constant send yellows here to get him to, you know, get another trip or whatnot, we'll kind of just farm. I think this is probably a bit of a misplay in the grand scheme of things, because he should have more eco than me, while also being able to match the farms. Though, as I said, I do want to focus on farms this game, so we're just going to play for that. Of course, we get this up, so because if he sends here, he's not going to be able to force anything. We could probably even greed this, but then that's very, very greedy. And that kind of invites strain, because by greeding and defending, you know, greed punishing rushes, again, it kind of allows drain, which we don't really want to do here. When you get this up on strong and give this a bit of range so this can hit, you know, the front of the track such that regrows or regen balloons won't affect this too much. I'm not going to send a lot here, I'm just going to send him a little bit to force. I'll just get this up instantly because I said I don't want to invite greed. I'll just get up the proper defense if, you know, when required. So that the first, clean up those balloons. And yeah, as you can see, you can kind of dictate the way a match will go just by playing a certain way, or by doing certain things, or by not doing other things. Because, yeah, you know, the last two games we both went a high eco way of playing, and now we're playing not so much a high eco. I'm just going to actually force a boost here real quick. No way does he try and greed that. Did I misplay that? He has his jug on first, so I should be able to. Okay, I actually think I did misplay this here, that's not too good. Because he should just be able to farm very hard now, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to go for this, but we're going to have to go for a very scuffed way of playing BIA here. We could probably punish and was in force round 16. I wonder if he's going to BI now. If he does, yeah, that's annoying. I'm just going to kind of send a superficial rush to kind of scare him a little bit, get a bit of defense. But yeah, we are just going to match this BI here. Okay, so yeah, we did actually kind of choke that there, though. What went wrong? Let me think. It was probably, yeah, that rush. He had way more money on hand than I expected him to. Or I should have just sold something to rush properly. Yeah, that wasn't too good of me, but now I get to pick a losing map. Anyway, let's see if we can end this off on a 3-1 rather than a 3-0. Oh, sorry, rather than anything else. He's actually going for an anti-stall start, interesting. Yeah, that looks like he's going to anti-stall, okay. I'm just going to go straight for this because I know a start where yeah, that does anti-stall properly, and then we're going to go 288. I disagree with him farming there. I think he's going to leak a lot. Or maybe he's not going to be a lot, but he's going to leak. Oh well, maybe not. We actually leaked more than him, wow. But we did get the farm. Here, I wouldn't be sending on his part, just get, match the farm. I mean, he gets it up anyway. Okay. Here, I'm not going to try and play to anything, because I feel like, yeah, when you try and force the result in a game, you can quite easily, always slip up. Let me set this to first. This to strong. Both of those on first, that's alright. This is arguably alright on close, but he's not going to greed this, no way. Yeah, I was about to say, he's going to need up his his second trip dart here. Well, my defense is actually capable of handling this, but it's not really handling this for some reason. Okay, looks like we're both going to leak a considerable amount here. I managed to get the farm before him, and probably a few extra bananas. In his position, it would have just been worth to go for the third trip dart there, because he didn't get any extra money from his farm. But yeah, we're leaking a lot. I mean, I'm sure he is too, yeah, because he used the spike just now, so we're roughly same lives, if not me, a bit higher. We're trying to send a little bit of greens, kind of sprinkle some greens onto him. And just kind of constant send blacks from this point. Because, yeah, if he wants to send greens to me now, I want to just be able to spot. While black should actually force the leaks and stuff. Yeah, this is very scuffed and intense. I need to actually make sure I don't die to some stupid stuff. Okay, so of course we're gonna force this boat. That's a given. I actually don't know how many spikes he's used. I'm not really paying attention. I've been really focusing on my side of the screen defense. No way is he sending there. Yeah, that's surely stupid. Yeah, because I still have 3 spikes. I think this just condemns him into a bad game by playing this way. Because yeah, you see, we used the 3 spikes. We didn't even. Okay, maybe we needed a bit of them, but I don't agree with that yellow rush there. Because now this invites kind of like this, which is going to be dreadful on this map. He might just straight up die here. And round 11 we can force the boost, while he cannot. Yeah, he's boosted instantly because he's sent with round 9. He might be dead. Boosting yellows round 9 when I already have a spot up is very, very barbaric. Especially when I had, more than enough to defend. I could have potentially greeded the farm there, but I don't want to do anything too greedy. Because of course we are on very low lives. I'm just going to go ahead and get this one strong. Because the idea of... he's playing this very weirdly, wow. Okay, so he doesn't have a balloon boost. I guess we're gonna force his balloon boost or his boost. Yeah, I don't know, he's trying to drain himself. He's playing this very, very weirdly. He should have just farmed, he should have got defense. I'm not sure why he's rushing on stupid rounds. And he's pink spamming. Why is he pink spamming? I guess he's an eco spammer then. I guess I'm gonna try around 15, but this is kind of very scuffed. This is actually kind of going to be a kind of, yeah, a little bit of, okay, so that's his last boost. And he's dead. Because he played that very stupidly. Yeah, he was doing very, you know, dumb rushes kind of when he didn't need to. You know, the rushes that kind of just would have left him in a worse position. But I guess a big takeaway from kind of analysing how he was playing is that conceptually and fundamentally, you shouldn't be rushing unless it forces defense. Because that's the whole point of a rush. And ecoing definitely gets outpaced by farms unless you do so while rushing. Because, you know, if you get your eco, if you get eco from your rushes, then you might be able to justify that. Because then that eco, you know, has been used to force him or them to buy defense, which, you know, buying and reselling or whatever, basically it takes away money from their ability to gain money and puts it in your pocket, you know, in the eco. So yeah, you really shouldn't rush unless it forces something. Here, I don't think I'll actually play red spam either. I think I'm just going to go for kind of a similar defense to how I played on yellow brick or on SML, which are going to kind of go for this and then pink spam to about 280. So this one to close, so then these on strong to kind of pump the pink layer, and then this trip darts on close to kind of clean up the insides. Okay, so he just gets up a trip dart here. He's probably going to transition into blues, since I don't have a trip and he does. He's actually, yeah, we've leaked equal amounts and he's, you know, got 2 trips and I don't. Which kind of just shows how good this defense can be versus pinks. Now, I'm not going to say it's the best way to play this, because you could play this, you know, a million ways. But yeah, it's just kind of showing you guys an interesting way of probably playing it. So he has a lot more money than we do, because we went for the farm, so we're not going to rush him with greens, of course. I'm probably going to get this up to help with the blacks. And then we're probably now going to rush with greens, because we've accumulated enough money to probably defend if he wants to rush simultaneously. And this is looking to probably force the spot, yeah. Now that we force the spot, we're pretty happy. Because now, yeah, we can look to farm, we can, you know, defend any rush you can send. I think we're in an alright position. And I think we're up on lives. So, okay, so yeah, he goes for the farm. I think we can go for the spot here. I know we don't have a lot of cash on hand, but then we can always just sell this. And now we do have cash on hand. And of course, trying to preserve lives, because lives are important. So he's already managed to waste 1 balloon boost, because he underestimated, you know, my money and the, you know, well, yeah, I had money in that. I think I'll actually just go for this farm here, because I feel like it'll play out better than rushing him with yellows at this point in time. Because yeah, on a short map like this, where the heart defends pretty poorly, it's quite important to, you know, be able to sell, have assets to sell, and wait, let me actually just not waffle too hard here. Not that I'm waffling, you know, it might seem like waffle, but I am trying to actually drop some advice into the gameplay and stuff. Okay, so we're of course going to get this up in case he rushes here, which, yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. He farms, so we're just going to farm. I'm not going to buy defense unnecessarily, because then of course we are wasting potential money. That's his second balloon boost, about to be wasted, I think. Jesus, he spent a lot of money on that. So now of course we can rush back. And he shouldn't have the money to defend, because yeah, he just rushed us. So that's kind of why that interaction's alright for us. Though yeah, this is still very scuffed. I think we actually do send him, yeah, we definitely send him around 15. Anyway, we actually want to get this off for close. But yeah, he was sending a lot of balloons, which means we know he doesn't have that much cash on hand. Let me just boost here so we don't die. He should just be dead to this, I think. Okay, there's another boost. And if he really rushes here, which can go for an ODS. And he just dies, right? What's going on? Oh, he's probably DC'd because I know he has some bad connection. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can wait for him to reconnect, but this should just be kind of it, you know, as far as the series goes. It should just be a nice resounding 4-1, because he, as I said, he was rushing very sloppily, because, as I said, it is good to get eco, but it's only really worthwhile to send while it forces. Not to say that you can't send extra on top of forcing defense, because say you could send a few zebras to force a spell to something, you could send a few whites behind it to get a healthy bit of eco. But something you do need to consider is that, you know, when you eco, you need to make sure that you actually have cash on hand to defend. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit.